Alright, the clock just finished. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, we're playing Mass Effect Andromeda here on launch night. Just finished pushing through Mass Effect 3 to make sure that it was done in time for the release of this game. Clearly a fan of Mass Effect. Shouldn't be a big shock. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this game. I'm worried about the lack of Drew Karpyshyn, the writer of the original game. Turn the brightness up a bit, usually helps. I'm worried about the speed with which the game was developed compared to like Mass Effect 1, for example. But I hope that it's going to be good. I'm excited the way that they're seeming to start fresh here. Settings, tutorials, aim assist. Whoa. Oh, really? Are you serious? Okay. Yay, it's EA! We'll be right back, folks. Incorrect password. Oh my god. Alright, and so it begins. Because EA Origin has some weird password rules. The question now becomes, do I cut this from the VOD or do I keep it because it's real? Modern gaming. Oh, someone must have. One lowercase letter, one uppercase letter. There we go. Hooray! We signed into the EA account. Okay, I'm not going to cut that. Sorry, YouTube. I'll put like a skip thing. Customized character. Yeah, if you watching on YouTube. We'll go ahead and give the 500 SP bonus to anyone who timestamps this on YouTube once it goes up. I'll upload it tonight and put out the link. It'll probably finish uploading before I wake up tomorrow morning, but I'll have the link available. Yay! We're not going to spend a ton of time on this. Like your Commander Ryder in this one. Custom appearance. Got a lot more hair options in this one, it looks like, than the original Mass Effect series. Music style is really different. You don't have a check wall. Whoa, that's cool sounding. Skin tone. Preset actually looks fine here. Cheeks I'm not fucking with. Make your character look really dumb if you mess around with those too much. Actually, almost all of these can make your character look really bad if you mess around too much. I like this music, it's actually pretty good. The red hair is really over the top though. Outer color versus inner color, really surprising. This is a really weird way to have you pick color. I'm picking RGB value, I guess. Okay, I understand now. Is this max green, everything else is 0? That's max red, which gets me like a pink color, which I don't want. That's 0 everything. Oh, is it what these little icons are? This is a really unusual way to have you pick eye color. So they want you to have a lot of options here. Are there like presets I can use? Because that would be great. Yeah, there we go. Let's just leave it at green. Fantastic. Probably don't want any eyeliner. Eyeshadow. Nope. Nope. None, right? Nope. Scars. Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty cool looking. I like the burn scar. Intensity. Don't need any tattoos. Okay. Cool. Done. Choose training. Security. Whoa, they changed the classes. Okay. During your Alliance military services, you focused on learning everything you could about weapons and tactics. Starting power, concussive shot, heat-seeking, biotic, throw, use your biotic powers to hurl an opponent through the air, singularity and barrier. Technician is engineer, okay. Leader. Intro leader. Your target shields. Shooting an aura of Mass Effect fields around you to slowly damage by foes. Bolster the survivability of your squad. Okay, we never played as Biotic Charge in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 on stream, so I feel like I should do Scrapper. Or Operative, I mean that's basically Infiltrator. Yeah, let's do Scrapper, that'll be fun. Name. Can keep the female name, that's fine. That'll be easy. Got it. Choose customize twin. Really? I didn't think they'd let you do that. That's pretty cool. Did the heads kind of correspond maybe at all? 4 was the one, or 2 was the one I picked, right? Okay. Keep most of these the same. It'd be nice if there was like a twin thing you could do automatically, right? Like based on the settings you made for your main character to make them look kind of similar. That's a cool idea. I like it. Those eyes are different shapes. That's a cool idea. So regardless of which Shepherd you play as, right? Don't need any of that. So he doesn't have a scar. Cool. Yeah, I could believe that they're siblings, maybe. Customize history. Commander Shepard was female. Okay. I appreciate that. So you don't do any import, but that'll affect how they talk about her. Gotcha. Upload your character to the Mass Effect archives, so you re-import it in the future to share with friends. Okay. Import would be if I'd already uploaded it. Gotcha. We're gonna play on hardcore. I think that'll be fine. Don't think a good first playthrough is on Insanity, but I might downgrade that if it's significantly harder than Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, but hardcore felt like normal difficulty in that game. And we gotta export the appearance data, because EA. There we go, that wasn't so bad. So this game acknowledges the existence of Mass Effect 1 through 3. I don't think it knows what happens at the end of 3. Just knows that Commander Shepard was in it. So that's kind of cool that they just have you specify the gender, so you can consider it like a canonical sequel to the first 3 games.
Every great moment in our history began with a dream. Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity.
I think that the...
Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
They can ignore the events of Mass Effects 2 and 3 in this, I think, which is clever. So I imagine they're slowly flying there via conventional FTL. In 2185, humanity lives in the golden era of interstellar travel. The discovery of ancient alien ruins on Mars propelled their understanding of science and technology ahead by thousands of years. While many now enjoy the newfound freedom and challenges of exploration in the Milky Way, others look to even more distant stars. The 100,000 adventurers embarking on this one-way voyage. The future begins in Andromeda. Cool. It's the same kind of opening in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. The little short title scroll there. Cool. I'm down. I'm surprised that they're making it sound like they just kind of wanted to go there because they felt like it. Okay, good. So it is like hundreds of years in the future because they traveled there through conventional FTL. Good. I'm glad they didn't make some kind of like fancy teleport. Mass Effect 1 to 3 was 2185 or so chaos factors. So we're now on like 27 something. But with the same technology as 2185. Arc Hyperion. We must have built a bunch of other arcs as well. Doubting this is humanity only. This game is definitely very pretty so far. Even the music is a similar style to Jack Wall's without being exactly the same, and kind of has its own style to it as well. I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't do anything with the characters before leaving for Andromeda, but maybe we'll do that via flashback.
We made it. Deep breaths. You're gonna want to take it easy.
I've been taking it easy for 600 years.
Ryder, recon specialist, Pathfinder mission team.
Pathfinder team, eh? The ones finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get her a cup of coffee first?
The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of
Okay,
potential
didn't think so.
planets within the galaxy.
Cool cinematography in this so far, right? Much bigger focus on it already
Let's
than
get you
like
checked out.
Mass Effect 1.
Look
2
here.
and 3 they focus a little bit more, but that was
After
cool.
discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected.
We're calling
as
them
our
Golden Worlds
destination.
instead of Garden Worlds.
Now
So
you
they must be
are
particularly
part
special
with
Golden
the
Worlds.
Monarchs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
Tone choice helps define writer's personality. Emotional, logical, casual, or professional. Okay. So professional looks like that. Casual looks like that. That's interesting. I kind of like that. This is sort of like Dragon Age Inquisition in that respect. But I like that versus everything being Paragon versus Renegade. I think we're going to go with casual logical.
I hope not. I signed up for a little adventure before we settle down.
Well, buckle up. Sounds like you'll get your wish.
Yeah?
Over here now, the Pathfinder wants you all on your feet right away. He said mission ready within the hour.
Any idea why?
No, but I'm guessing that's where your adventure comes in.
I like that she's not already like a
Okay, everything checks out.
kick-ass war hero like
Just one more
Shepard.
thing before I send you on your way. Let's test your SAM implant. Sam, are you monitoring? Sam, are you online?
Yes, Dr. Taparo. Good morning, Ryder. Are you feeling well?
The VI, presumably?
I just need a second to get my bearings. What's this about my implant?
A routine check. After being in stasis, we want to make sure the connection's still live.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
Assuming the implants work as advertised, Sam sees what you see, in theory. We won't know for sure until we get you in the field. How are you feeling, otherwise?
I'm ready to get to it.
Readings confirmed. I detect an increased level of adrenaline in your system. The neural implant is functioning properly.
Can't explore space without my coffee.
You're all done. Let's get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive.
Curious how much the
It
rest of
always
my
helps to see a
dialogue
familiar
was.
face.
I don't like the sound of that.
Curious how much the rest of that dialogue was determined by my initial choice to be casual versus professional, right? I could see that whole scene being different. She seemed pretty casual. What? This isn't gonna be the exciting part, the whole frontier space. Because you have that a little bit in the original Mass Effect series, but it's all space that the other aliens have already colonized.
Just hang on.
That's cool.
Report. Try to brace yourself.
Remedy Crowbase offline.
Careful of the syringe.
I'm almost inside. Hold on.
Okay.
This is Cora. I'm at the cryo bay. Brace for a reset. Everyone okay?
I think so.
What happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled. But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
This is the Pathfinder. Mission teams continue preparations. Cora, Riders.
Hey, Mercy.
You heard him.
I'm enjoying it
Let's
so
get-
far.
We
It's
have a
cool.
problem over here. It's Scott Ryder.
That's my twin. Okay, so we gotta check everything now. Settings. So I didn't get to do this last time because it popped up with an EA sign-in message. No auto level. Contextual mission tracker. Say conversation icons. Yes. Rider's helmet off in conversation. Off in gameplay and conversation. Subtitles on. Cool. This all seems fine. Yep. Audio. All looks great. Suddenly it's a medical trauma. Oh, it's got the Mass Effect 1 film grain. That's cool. I can turn off chromatic aberration? Yes, please. I hate the look of that. Don't need to mess with online.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Have to check it out. Did the seals... Ryder?
Is my brother okay?
Scott's fine. His vitals are strong, but the revival procedure was interrupted.
Okay, so emotional versus logical.
When can he wake up?
We don't want to rush it. Sam?
My connection to Scott's implant was suspended. However, his pulse, respiration, and brain activity are all normal.
To be on the safe side, we'll need to keep him in a low-level coma for a while. Then let his body regain consciousness naturally. He'll be fine.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks, Lexi.
Keep us updated.
Ryder, I'll wait for you at the door, whenever you're ready to go.
How do you want to handle this?
Keep them in the pod for now. Round the clock monitoring.
Still in stasis.
Don't know if they're in-
Vitals look good.
Hi there. But
The tone of this is so different from Mass Effect 1 to 3 right now. See how it changes. I'm okay with it.
The good news is, the hard part's over. We're here. If you have any questions now, just ask.
So this is a VI.
Your current location is Ark Hyperion, housing the human population. Ark Barchero, the Solarian vessel, confirmed departure in 2185.
Okay.
The Asari ship, Ark Lucinia, confirmed departure that same year, as did the Turian Ark Natanus, embarking in 2185. The selection process.
Oh, that's cool. Let you know ones you've already selected. That's cool.
Thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of Arks arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity. Once the Pathfinder team's assessment is complete, Habitat 7 has been selected as the most likely candidate for colonization. The Pathfinder is responsible for exploring and assessing new worlds for outpost placement and settlement.
That's a cool plot device.
Represents their species. The active duty Pathfinder assigned to Ark Hyperion is Alec Ryder. Current duty roster shows you are assigned to the Pathfinder mission team, Specialist Ryder.
Interesting. So your twin gets a first name that you don't determine. Gotcha. That's cool. So normally it's Alec and Sarah, presumably.
At present, Ark Hyperion has arrived.
Yeah, the premise is cool.
Further mission updates are offline due to technical difficulties. As recon specialist, you are tasked with supporting the authentication of Golden World sites through exploration, mapping, and scientific analysis. Currently, you are to report for duty on the command bridge. The Andromeda Initiative encompasses all colonization efforts, including Arks.
I like the choice in the opening to not mention the events of Mass Effect 1 through 3. They're just like, we're just looking for a new home. We're just colonists.
Unknown.
I'm Jean Garson, founder of the initiative. I think it's important we take a moment to reflect on the principles that brought all of us together. It started with a vision of a better future. A vision that you shape. Life in Andromeda can be anything we dare to dream. And I'm proud to help make those dreams come true. Drop me a note sometime. I'd love to hear how we're doing.
Cool.
It sounds amazing, doesn't it? Right up until you lose gravity.
Hey, we look very similar. Mass Effect 1 is 2183 cast factor. Mass Effect 3 is 21. Because this they left in 2185, so it was after Mass Effect 1. 2186 is Mass Effect 3, so it's probably between 2 and 3, which makes sense. Hello, traveler. Welcome to your first day in Andromeda. This is the dawn of a new era for all of us. As you recover from stasis, know that you're in good hands. In a few short hours, you'll be leaving the Hyperion and joining thousands of your fellow colonists as you chase your fortunes and build the new life you've always dreamed about. It's been a long wait, but I promise you it will be worth it. Okay. So we're going to read the Codex entries, but we're going to try to break them up. We're going to get to a little bit more in-game events before I start reading those. But I definitely am itching to do it.
Afternoon, or I don't know.
Your voyage, the good news, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. We're in the Helios cluster. All stasis medical personnel should report for duty immediately. Give the Pathfinder mission team revival priority and prep its members for field reconnaissance. Reports of an unusual celestial phenomenon in the cluster are being investigated. Updates. Cool. Oops. This is Cryo.
This one's still asleep.
I don't remember dreaming or
The environments are much larger in this game than you typically saw. indoors in Mass Effect 1 through 3. Yeah, 2185, Cass, was the year they said they left for Andromeda. So we're like in 2700 something now, but that doesn't matter anymore. We're so far away from the Milky Way. It's not going to make a difference. It was a very good choice on their part.
Ready? What's wrong?
We got a surge in power. Shit! Hey, up here. Whatever hit the arc fried everything. We have to balance the power load or it explodes.
Whoa. It's pretty.
Ryder could find it. She has a scanner. Quick, Ryder, use it to locate the fault.
On it.
I'll try to get readings
Down,
on the
open
second
your
conduit.
scanner.
I'll try to run a diagnostic.
Oh, that's cool.
We don't have much time. We could lose the whole cryo bay.
Ryder, try scanning the whole conduit. Look for the fault.
Power surge is getting worse.
There's no indication of a fault in this component.
Keep looking.
Relay 2C shows damage from a temperature spike.
Found it. Bad relay.
Ryder, can you go reset it?
Yeah, right? Dude, we discovered FTL like 600 years ago. Better FTL. One sec, let me open my email max. Not hearing beeping. Reset the power relay.
There. It's reset.
Let's do it. Rerouting the current now. It's working. Readings are in the green.
Good job, Ryder. Now we can get to the tram. That was close. Barely in Andromeda.
Year event, 2095 departure, 2095 stasis, 86 anomalous comm sensor readings. Interesting. Trajectory drift, course correction, arcs all looking good. Confirmed. Lots of sensor faults.
Shouldn't need to.
Interesting.
The adventure begins.
Not sure your dad will see it that way. Go ahead and take...
Yeah, it could be done if it were... I think there's a lot of things that would be fun if the entire game was built around it, but it's basically impossible to do that sort of thing in a game that's not absolutely focused on it, if that makes sense.
Helm control, report. We're drifting. Flight controls aren't responding.
It's been my experience with video games, at least.
First priority is stopping these outages.
Mainline power's been knocked out. We're on reserves, Captain. They won't last.
What's our position?
Unknown. We lost
Oh,
telemetry.
man.
Sam, we need eyes out there.
Are dads
Attempting
alive?
to adjust sensor
That's
array.
different.
Alec, please. You may be Pathfinder, but this is my
So
ship.
Alec's not my
Captain,
brother.
the protocol's clear.
Interesting.
In the absence of communication with the Nexus or the other arcs, we proceed to our appointed Golden World. Solid ground.
If it's even out there. Nobody said anything about running into an energy cloud, and that's just a wild guess what we hit. Alec, I need to assess the damage. Stop the bleeding. We've got 20,000 people asleep on this
It's
ship.
possible for your
Let's
mother
give
to be
them a
alive
chance
in
to
Mass
wake up.
Effect 1 through 3 if you pick a specific origin, but it's just relegated to a couple conversations. You can never actually see her.
She is the captain. I think she gets the final word.
Well, he might.
This isn't about having the final word.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
Got an Edward James almost look to him. I wonder if his visual appearance is a function of what you created for the twins. That would be kind of cool. That doesn't look good.
That's Habitat 7. New Earth, if we're lucky.
Yeah, because he has gray hair and green eyes. I bet he gets auto-generated. I'm surprised your twin didn't in
All
that
of our
case.
long-range
That's really
scans
cool.
told us it was in the green zone. Perfect for human settlement.
It doesn't even look the same.
She's right. It looks pretty dicey from here. Are we sure about those scans?
It's a good question.
Things can change. It's been 600 years. Sam.
The energy from the phenomenon is damping our senses. Planetary conditions are unknown.
We're marooned. 20,000 souls adrift at sea. And when
Like they
power
tricked us
runs
with the
out,
Alex Shepard thing. Like,
stays
oh, this
out,
be my brother.
we need to know if that's safe harbor.
Now, I wonder if you play as the male twin, if the parent on the ship is female.
As Pathfinder, it'll be my job to find an alternative. It's what we trained for. But if this goes well, we're already home.
All right, just make it quick.
It's Final Fantasy X color
The rest of the
brewski.
team should be awake by now. Have them spin up 2 shuttles. Planet Fallen 30.
Yes, sir.
A stubborn one, isn't he?
I guess minigame isn't quite the same thing as like core game mechanic, but that's not the main focus of the game.
No one ever said Dad was a diplomat. People skills were never his strong suit.
Just as long as he knows what he's doing. It's not like the cavalry's coming to save the day. I need an ETA on our sensor
That would be
repairs.
bad, Yukiko.
We're blind out here.
It would be more like climbing in Shadow of the Colossus. If you had a game that incidentally had climbing, that wasn't a big focus of the game, that wasn't used in
My brother's going to
every
hate
encounter,
this.
and it was bad,
All the
it would be
riders
frustrating.
adrenaline junkies?
I guess it's in our blood. I was born a minute ahead of him. I never let him forget it.
Don't worry. I'm sure Scott will pull through.
Yeah, and when he does, he'll want to hear stories.
So, let's get out there and find him one. Right, you'll want to get your helmet. And maybe stop at the Good Luck Rock before we go.
Pathfinder Team Field Manual. As a member of the Pathfinder team, you play a critical role in the Andromeda Initiative's efforts to establish a foothold in the galaxy. The team faces many challenges: Golden World site verification, reconnaissance and mapping, scientific analysis. First contact with extraterrestrials. Wow, they're optimistic. We don't even have mass relays out here. Establishing diplomatic relations with local inhabitants. General support of settlement
The
outposts.
what?
Actually, the lack of mass relays is going to be a big problem. I didn't really think about that. Maybe that's why they decided to set it in this cluster. Where they're like, oh, there's an unusual amount of
Everything
golden
was in the
worlds
clear.
here.
How could things change like that?
Oh, I can scan everything? Oh god. Half of
I've
this
seen
game
my
is
share of
me
the
scanning
Milky Way.
shit.
Never come across anything like it.
Intelligent alien life is imperative. The first contact protocol is to be strictly observed. Principles of peace and cooperation among our highest ideals. Aggressive action against extraterrestrials is only permitted when hostile intent is clearly demonstrated and Pathfinder team members are at obvious risk of injury or death. It's not everything, but it's enough things that I should watch for it. Human male, DNA-based organism.
He didn't have 20,000 people waiting for him to find a place to land.
Pathfinder mission team. It's like Metroid Prime, that's kind of cool. David Fisher is a member of the mission team. Okay.
The Pathfinder team is assembling in the hangar.
Yeah, Metroid Prime is the closest thing. Get my helmet. Maybe. There we go.
Got it.
That should do it.
The Pathfinder is now requiring sidearms. I've opened the armaments locker.
We expecting trouble, Sam?
A precaution. Please arm yourself, Ryder.
Better safe than sorry.
You never know. Now let's get to the shuttles.
Can I equip stuff? Don't think so directly. Maybe later. Oh, that's interesting. This is more like Mass Effect 1. So you have a lot of skills to plug stuff into. Oh wow, and it looks like your starting class is more in the style of Dark Souls in that you can still level up basically everything. It doesn't restrict you, it just gives you initial points. It's a really interesting decision. It's different from what I was expecting, for sure. Okay, cool. I was expecting them to further streamline it rather than make it more complicated like Mass Effect 1. Appreciate that. Why are you
Dr.
scanning me?
Carlyle, with
Right.
everything going on, I think the Ark needs you more than we do.
Pathfinder wants a medic on hand, and if that is home down there, I'm happy to knock on the door.
Yeah, we're just not sure what's on the other side of the door.
No problem. If it has teeth, I brought
Cool.
the pliers.
Sounds good,
Yanked
Propagable.
them out myself.
All right, team, button it up. We leave in 5.
Sir, we broke out the weapons as requested. Anything we should know about?
Seem prudent, given the situation. We'll be down a man with Scott out.
Scott being my brother. Okay.
I heard what happened.
And he's at
Your
7.
brother's strong. He'll make it.
That's cool.
Scott wouldn't want us to worry because of him.
You're right. The mission comes first. Though, I doubt your mother would have seen it that way. I promised her I'd get you two here
Nice,
safely.
Kami. I like it so far.
Okay, team, listen up.
Got a good tone.
I chose each of you for the Pathfinder team, not just because you're talented and passionate, but because you're dreamers, like me. We dream of exploring the unknown, finding the edge of the map, and then discovering what lies beyond. When people look back on this, and they will, they'll remember we didn't give up. That we kept dreaming, that our first few faltering steps in Andromeda were the beginning of everything they know. We only get one chance to
Yeah,
be
me
first.
too, Plaster.
So, let's go make history.
I'd be impressed if they don't do that, right? Kind of cool that he's this N7 badass. Looks like his appearance is based on what we set up for the twins, which is clever. It's hard to timestamp it live because you don't know my start point necessarily. You try to base it on the game time clock, but it's not always going to match exactly with what's on YouTube, which is what the timestamps jump to.
Turning to Vector 135. Navigation beacon is green.
Copy that.
Cool.
Wow, will you look at that?
Yeah, what is all this shit?
Whatever it is, it stopped the Hyperion in its tracks.
It appears to be an unstable mass of dark energy.
If you say so.
Dark energy. Shouldn't be able to see dark energy, but okay. It's cool. It looks cool.
Getting some chop here.
Gravity anomalies detected.
Maybe they're letting us see it because it wouldn't be interesting and scary if they didn't. I think they're setting this in an area that has a bunch of golden worlds so that they can explain why we can get around without mastery days.
We didn't have a chance to meet back in the Milky Way. Name's Liam Costa, Security and Response Specialist.
Good to meet you, Liam.
Hard to believe we're finally doing this.
Sure beats reading the brochures.
Beginning our deceleration. Planet's dead ahead.
You don't.
Hang on.
That's why it's dark.
Initiating atmospheric entry.
Here we go.
The flight guidance is scrambled. It'll pass. The controls are fighting me.
Adjust approach vector 3 degrees to starboard.
Sam, it's very like modern sci-fi.
Copy that. Doesn't look like a golden world from here.
Interesting. Seems pretty bad.
Oxygen levels are below minimum human requirements.
But it's still only like 100 years in the future. So we've all been asleep for 700 years. That's great. Floating mountains. Fantastic.
That has to be advanced engineering.
Hyperion, this is the Pathfinder. We've got evidence of an alien civilization.
Well, that was easy and
Has
quick.
anyone seen us?
What if they're not friendly? We stick to contact protocol. No use of deadly force unless hostile intent is clear.
It's part of the argument in the Mass Effect universe is that, like, intelligent extraterrestrial life is basically certain. It's just a question of can they achieve interstellar travel? And the answer in Mass Effect is yes, because of mass relays. But you're curious, like, how do we happen to find them here in Andromeda? Curious.
Acceleration increasing.
I'm actually in control here.
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
Get it working!
Approaching terminal velocity.
Sam!
What if we were actually shot at? Oh shit. Oh, that's cool.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
It's cool. This is very The Martian. Ah, but we fixed it. Cool. This is already a very different tone, much more like survival, frontier exploration, right? That's cool. It's a very different set piece than we're used to.
This is Ryder. Come in. Hyperion.
Yeah, I love The Martian.
Sam. Anyone there?
Save your breath, Ryder. Sam's offline. Comlink's trashed. I'm surprised we aren't too.
Did the others make it?
I don't know. It was all a blur. Shuttle split in two. This is like some nightmare.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Cool. Looks like it doesn't have good air for us.
See if anyone else is alive. Come on.
First contact. Whoa!
Ryder,
So, I should have mentioned this at the very beginning of the video.
Nothing crazy, but
But, I've watched nothing about this game. I've
rocks out
been
there are floating.
very careful to avoid everything, and I did not know you could jump in this game. That's a big deal. It's really exciting for exploration, too.
Is the water here even water?
Oh, wow, that's all the things this game. Scanning makes sense for this kind of game.
well, without Sam, it's hard to say exactly what this is. It's sort of a...
Those structures we saw on the way in? Who could survive in a place like this?
Didn't
Not
mean
sure
to
we wanna
walk away
find
from that. I wanted to know more about the plants, dude.
damaged in the crash. No good to us now.
Storms here don't seem
That's a really big quantum entanglement communicator. They went from, like, in Mass Effect 2, like, there's only one guy who has this, and he spent a ton of money on it. And it can only work for communicating with him. Like, everybody has one now because it's convenient.
No fixing this. Must have broken on impact.
Explains why we lost our Sam connection.
That's the kind of exploration you do, right? Like, Mass Effect's never been a game about world exploration, like moving through maps that are well designed. It's always about dialogue and story. So it means that they're going a different direction with this. Maybe the world design will be better.
Oh, and safety tip? Don't breathe the air. Found that out the hard way.
Got it.
Oh no, I keep going to move my controller like the gyro on the Switch. Keep getting disappointed that it's not moving automatically. Okay, so I can't really scan most of these.
You think that energy cloud we saw could cause all this?
Sam said it's dark energy, but that's in space.
Yeah, hell of a cloud.
Maybe they're gonna explore the dark energy stuff. Could be there's just latent Mass Effect all over the place here. I don't know why.
Come on! We gotta get through it!
This is crazy!
I'm more focused on scanning.
Welcome to Habitat 7! Keep moving!
Ah!
Damn it!
Shit!
Looks safer under there!
Is this for real?
Yes, it's for real. Help me scan
What the hell's
things.
going on with this place?
We're basically playing Metroid
Planet's trying to
Prime.
murder us.
It can try. How's your gun? Might want to see if it's working. Take a shot at that fuel cell.
Whoa!
It's busted anyway.
Fuel cell? Shut your mouth! Look at those things!
Something flying around in the sky.
Oh, wow.
We're not in the Milky Way anymore.
Probably could have said Kansas there. We all would have gotten her point. Oh man, it's so disappointing. I can't aim like Breath of the Wild.
I'd say it's working.
Cool. Still have thermal clips, it looks like. That's too bad. Hold the holster. Okay. Yeah, right? On consoles, anyway.
There! We get up that cliff, we find high ground. Come on!
Not sure we want to be the tallest thing around here.
Just touching it is good enough.
I think I can see a path up. We'll use the jump jets if we have to.
Into the breach!
Think I'd rather fall than get hit by lightning.
Give it a minute. We can probably do both.
Yeah, I've always played Mass Effect on a console. I'm not confident that it would look good on stream if I was playing it on my streaming PC.
Then crisis response.
With OBS competing for resources.
Tell you over a beer sometime.
This is going to
It's
be
okay.
close.
I don't drop frames 40% of the time. There's a reason for that.
That's it. We're getting there.
That was not intent. Hey, that was really kind of the game. Thank you.
Mind making some room? Thanks. What the hell is that?
Still like their womp noises. Interesting.
Don't know, but it's our job to figure it out.
That sounds like your old man talking.
I do like this logical versus
right.
emotional, casual versus
Something went
professional
wrong here.
versus Paragon
We
and
have to
Renegade.
find out what.
One thing at a time. Ryder, it's Fisher.
Wait, look.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions about the narrative potential collapsing we were talking about earlier. Oh, it's a new kind of sapient alien race. That's exciting. They don't seem to like us, though. We got Turian Corian legs.
What was first contact protocol again?
No deadly force unless fired upon.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Take it easy. We only get one shot at hello with these guys.
Yeah, and Fisher gets shot in the head if we're wrong.
We were talking about that during Mass Effect 3, like it's better to not know how the playthrough goes if you made different choices, but so far I'm wondering, like, is your dad a different, is it your mom instead of your dad if you played as female?
I don't understand.
Naya, shoot it!
He sees us.
We can't understand you! We're not here to fight! That man's with us!
Naya, shoot it!
Doesn't sound friendly.
Naya, shoot it! Tolerate!
Help! Ryder, they'll kill him. Screw it, I'm going hot.
Tolerate!
Shit, this just got real.
Probably should take cover. Yay, hardcore! Nice. Try it again. Can't understand what he's saying, so he's not friendly.
Easy. We only go hot if we have to.
Don't think they've spotted us yet.
Rock, Naya, shoot it!
He sees us.
We can't understand you! We're not here to fight! That man's with us!
Naya, shoot it!
Doesn't sound friendly.
Tolerate!
Oh shit.
Shit, this just got real.
Where are my biotic powers, I wonder? Static charge! Nice. That was pretty cool. I'm on hardcore.
Okay, it's over.
Bishop, you okay? I'll live. I thought I was a goner. Sorry, Ryder. I know you wanted to give peace a chance and all.
It was starting to look ugly there. Didn't think we could take the chance.
Well, you saved my life. It'd be a hell of a thing to survive the crash only to get shot by aliens. I knew they weren't the friendly sort. We still don't even know what they wanted. Nothing good the way they were armed.
Who says we'd even understand? Or they'd understand us? It's a new galaxy. I guess it's too much to expect they'll play by Milky Way rules.
Or any rules by the look of them. But what did we do to them? Only thing I know for sure, their guns hit just as hard as ours. Where are the others?
Gone. Kirkland and Greer went looking for help.
Come on.
Ah, my leg!
Can you move?
I think it's broken. You guys push ahead and look for the others.
You sure?
Yeah. Just find us a ride out of here. And take a few more of them out while you're at it.
Can do. Although I don't want to fight them. They seem friendly.
Whoa.
Well, I don't have Sam here, but I can try to make sense of it. They're DNA-based, and their armor reads as some kind of bone. But the genetics are all over the map.
Interesting.
I guess life took a different turn here, huh?
So they still have DNA.
I hope the other team's okay.
Their armor is
We'll find them,
bone.
but we might want to scout around first.
It's pretty cool. I like this data like scanning focus. It's very Metroid Prime-y.
Right.
Looks like you knew how to handle a gun back there.
Spent time with an Alliance peacekeeping force.
Oh, I didn't realize that the main character in this wasn't N7. I actually really like that. Oh, that's cool. You can quickly, like, close in combat. So she's not super combat focused. Whereas Shepard starts the game in Mass Effect 1 as being already like a decorated war hero. Shield capacitors. Interesting. Yeah, there's some number. It looks, I can't really read it on this side. NI triangle? I don't know. Yeah, my dad's N7, which is cool. Nice touch. That's really neat.
It's gear from one of our shuttles.
Atmospheric analyzer.
Good. The atmospheric sensors.
Yes, I agree, Spiky.
Let me guess.
That's reminding me of Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
And it's like item limit, 8 out of 50. I'm like, oh god.
Place. No radioactive isotopes either.
And there's a bunch of consumables that are only for one combat. Very frightening.
I'm lost. I need help.
They shot it! They want to fight? We'll give it to them!
Oh shit. Alright, maybe don't charge in without some other plan or some other ability that helps me with charging shields. You get upgrades to biotic charge in some of the later games, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, that give you like shields when you charge. Holy shit, they sent me far back. Alright. Let's save next time before we go there. I was hoping for a more aggressive autosave.
They're DNA-based, and their armor reads as some kind of bone. But the genetics are all over the map.
Ah, I guess life took a different turn here, huh?
Looks like it's not randomized loot, which is
I hope the other team's
reassuring.
okay.
We'll find them, but we might want to scout around first.
You're the recon specialist. Point the way.
Right.
Looks like you knew how to handle the gun back there.
Spent time with an Alliance peacekeeping force. It's gear for one of our shuttles. Good. The atmospheric sensor's still working.
Let me guess. It says don't breathe the air?
Yeah, but no sign of industrial pollutants. That's not what killed this place.
It's probably the dark energy thing. That would be my guess. It would kill this place. Autosaving occurs automatically at checkpoints. Cannot be saved manually during a priority mission.
No radioactive isotopes either, so nope.
Surprising.
I surrender. I said I surrender.
They shot him! They want to fight? We'll give it to them!
That's cool.
I count one left to go!
Where's the last one? Oh, I don't see you on the radar, dude. Cool. And XP for individual kills. Yeah, this is a lot more like Mass Effect 1 so far. I'm curious how what lessons they've learned to make it more like ME1. Hey dude. Hope you're okay. You don't look super okay.
No vital signs, just shot him in cold blood.
He was trying to surrender. Why kill him?
Would we treat them any different if they showed up on Earth, armed to the teeth?
Maybe not.
Peace isn't going to be an option here. We'll come back for his body once we find the others.
Hope Greer's still alive somewhere.
Okay, so we got an assault rifle.
Still, take a look at this architecture. This is really something.
Yeah. That's cool. They had a big challenge here, like, they already had a challenge with trying to make the alien races seem alien in Mass Effect 1 through 3, but they had the explanation that, well, everybody developed along the same technology lines, more or less, because of the mass relays. Here it's like, we don't even have that, so how do you make them similar to each other? Ballistic trauma.
I've seen Prothean artifacts in my time, but nothing quite like this. It's at least 3 or 4 centuries old.
It's not that old.
Okay, now this is weird. Even with these readings, I have no idea what it does.
Just imagine the mind that invented it.
If that's even possible. Evolution's separated from ours by 2 million light years.
Yeah, I'm down with the way the cover's handled in this one. I mean, some of these are a little bit more obvious, right? But it's not as bad as Mass Effect 2 and 3. It was a big challenge. Known associates. Sam. Simulated adaptive matrix. I'm an artificial intelligence. Oh wait, it's an actual legit AI. Interesting. Because those were illegal during the time of, in 2185, between Mass Effect 2 and 3. VIs were okay, but I guess they changed their mind for this trip. Our connections to Alacrita via neural implants. I effectively serve as a mission computer for all team members during Pathfinder operations. I collect and analyze data from numerous sources. Okay. Younger twin on the Citadel space station in 2163. Okay, so they're fairly young. Quite a bit younger than Shepard. Knowing the station was a gateway to the entire Milky Way. So neither of them were Earthborn. That's interesting. In orientation interviews, he claims has fostered a longing to step through those gateways to adventure. Formal training aided by Alec Ryder's N7 background. Scott joined the Systems Alliance military as sent to an outpost near Arcturus Station. Master relay leads into contested space and has an unsavory reputation. Mercy to everyone else going off to fortune. When Alec was dishonorably discharged due to his AI research. Okay. Internal memos show that this also effectively ended Scott's career, making Andromeda a more attractive option for the adventure he sought. On arrival in Andromeda, Scott's cryopod was damaged and his revival process interrupted. Alexei Tapero advised keeping him in a medically induced coma. Okay, yeah, they both have masks, so... Because I'm guessing that... We know that your father's appearance has to be determined by the appearance you set for the kids, which is super cool. Born on Earth, says his love of new frontiers was fostered by a childhood in the Sierra Nevadas. He joined the Alliance military and was eventually assigned to John Grissom's historic expedition to the Karen Relay. Okay. So this is really important. The Karen Relay is the one that was... It's the moon of Pluto that was frozen. It was actually a mass relay. They go through it for the first time and they find themselves in Turian space. Grissom's like the Neil Armstrong or John Glenn. Hey Leah, how's it going? Experience made him a candidate for what would later be known as N7 training back on Earth, where he met Dr. Ellen Harlow. After their marriage, Alec continued military service, most notably on Shanxi in the First Contact War against the Turians. Signed as a military attaché to the Citadel in the late 2160s, he became interested in artificial intelligence. Pursuit of this illegal technology led to a dishonorable discharge from the Alliance military. He was contacted by the Andromeda Initiative. So the Andromeda Initiative is not really an Alliance effort. They're kind of off the grid. They're kind of Black Ops. They're not terrorists, obviously, but they don't really have the full support of the Council, is how I'd take that. Cora Harper is a human biotic. Yeah, fair enough, Leah. I only you're going to be on for another hour. Screening interview states she was raised in poverty on an independent cargo freighter, joining the Alliance at 18 to obtain training for her powerful biotic abilities. Superior saw her talents as a liability, supported by test scores showing her abilities spike at abnormally high levels. She was transferred via the Citadel Council's Valkyrie program, obsessed with their interspecies military integration plan in place with the Asari Commando Unit to Alliance daughters. That's cool. The activities of Asari Huntresses are typically sealed for 5,000 years. Cora has freely shared her experiences on the record. Peacekeeping, counterterrorism, and hunting fugitives. When she left Alliance daughters for the Andromeda Initiative, no reasons recorded. Huntress training and biotic capability made her a candidate for Alec Ryder's second-in-command. That's really cool that she trained with Asari. That's an interesting lore thing they didn't really explore in Mass Effect 1 through 3 of, like, interspecies. Having humans on the Solarian STG, the task group, special task group. Liam Costa is in our party right now. He's human security and crisis response specialist. Born on Earth, parents specialize in interplanetary policy law. Family moved frequently. Primary residence was split between London and the Citadel. Okay. He went to university for engineering, but left to train for law enforcement. Only briefly stationed as a police officer and described leaving as a necessary move for all concerned. The urban search and crisis response. They have a lot more varied background for these characters. They're military. They're military. Ellen Ryder, formerly Harlow, is a pioneering designer of biotic implants. 2150, she was a leading biomedical and cybernetic researcher at UFRJ, in Rio de Janeiro. When human biotics began to emerge as a scientific field, Ellen found possible applications for her work in neurointegrated wetware. Okay, so that must be the brain chips we have that let us interface with Sam. Early designs for biotic implants formed the framework for later L2 and L3 models. So she's one of the main designers of biotic implants for humans? That's crazy. Caden has the L2 model in the Mass Effect series. It's what gives him headaches. Ellen met Alec Ryder when he was first posted to Rio. She joined Alec on the Citadel. Gave birth to fraternal twins. Element 0, the catalyst for biotic mutations, is a hazardous material poorly understood in the early years of human biotics. After repeat accidental exposures, developed a terminal neurodegenerative disorder. In her final years, she later became the Pathfinder implants, designed to sync with the AI partner Alec Ryder was developing. Okay, so she built Sam, basically. That's cool. That would make sense. Brainchild of the visionary billionaire Gene Garson. Okay, so the Andromeda Initiative is invented by, like, an Elon Musk type in this universe. That's cool. Conceived as Garson's personal dream and desire to prove humanity's capabilities beyond the military power demonstrated in the First Contact War. Officially began planning the initiative in 2172. That's super early. So she was working on this... Oh, it's a female billionaire too. That's cool. She was working on this well before Mass Effect 1. In 20 years. Internal reports show the struggles that the early initiative faced. Gene Garson's personal stake and enthusiasm sustained the initiative until the early 2180s, when after a sudden influx of investment and a new marketing strategy, the investment is questionable, right? Where did the investment come from? Is that connected to the events of Mass Effect 1? Construction of the Arks was completed rapidly, and the Andromeda initiative officially launched in 2185. Mission statement is to bridge Andromeda and the Milky Way, create a sustainable, inclusive civilization, and push scientific development forward by centuries. In official literature, Gene Garson characterizes the initiative as continuing the search for humanity's next horizon. Golden worlds are planets in Andromeda's Helios cluster that are either the strongest possible candidates for settlement, or whose resources could bolster the initiative's chances at long-term survival. Based on survey data and long-term projections, some are believed to be garden worlds capable of supporting life. Okay, so golden world and garden world, they haven't thrown out the term garden world. That usually is what they use to mean, like, habitable zone, like planets you could live on. But they're using golden to mean these are targets we want to check out. Mineral treasure troves that could supply fledgling colonies with vital resources. Worlds were designated Habitats 1 through 7. While not generally used in planetary surveying, the term Golden World was coined by the Andromeda Initiative's marketing team and has stuck ever since. Okay. That explains why it's not in the previous game. Good retcon. Early settlement strategy revolves around these Golden Worlds. The Ark cannot sustain a population in stasis indefinitely, and the Nexus requires vast quantities of refined ore, helium-3, water ice, and element 0. On-the-ground Pathfinder surveys are essential to confirming quickly that the Golden Worlds are suitable for outposts. I think the one we're on right now is not. Refresher of terms, ammunition block. Solid block of metal loaded into a gun, sand-sized particles are sheared off by the gun's targeting mechanism and then fired as projectiles. So that's the way it works in Mass Effect 1, which is really cool. That you basically have infinite ammo because of this giant block of metal, and each bullet is like the size of a sand particle. Massive ancient space station in the Milky Way that acts as the political and cultural center of the galaxy. Communications void that relays data through corridors of mass-free space. That's the same. Extranet is the space internet. They just started developing it in Andromeda. Hard suit is what we're currently wearing. Heatsink, thermal clip, a detachable coolant-filled sink used to prevent weapons from overheating. They must be ejected and replaced regularly during firefights. Okay, so we're keeping that too, I guess. I'm curious if it goes back to the original Mass Effect 1 weapons at some point. Immediate manufacture of usually short-lived object from raw materials using an Omni tool. Yeah, so this comes up in Mass Effect 1 in the books, but it doesn't really get addressed outside of like the Omni blades. But it's a really cool idea that your Omni tool like makes a blade that exists for a second and then it disappears. We're trying to figure that out, Leah. It looks like the Mass Effect equivalent of Elon Musk, this lady named Jean. She's like a billionaire that was investing in it. Was trying to get it off the ground like 20 years before Mass Effect 1 and couldn't get anyone excited about it. And then suddenly during Mass Effect 1, she got a bunch of investment. So that's a mystery, but I'm sure it's connected to the events of the first game. Kinetic barrier, also known as a shield, repels fast-moving projectiles and does not defend against melee attacks, because if it did defend against melee attacks, it would knock away your chair when you sat down. It's covered in the Mass Effect 1 Codex. Mass accelerator is a railgun, lowers the mass of projectile, then hurls it at relativistic speeds. Allows even tiny projectiles to impact with tremendous force. Mass relay, a network of mass transit facilities across the Milky Way used to immediately transport starships hundreds of light years. No such network exists in Andromeda. Good. I'm glad they're not being silly about that. Like, a huge part of the plot of Mass Effect 1 is you can't make more mass relays. Metagel, a sterile medicinal salve that bonds to flesh, immediately sealing injuries against bleeding or infection. Removed with ultrasound. Manufacturing, small-scale manufacturing of 3D objects, so it's like having a little 3D printer. Omnigel, compound of alloy ceramic and other materials suspended in a semi-molten state. Okay, so it's 3D printing juice. OSD is an optical storage disk, contains data, blueprints, programming, QEC, quantum entanglement communication, instantaneous communication using two particles that are linked at a quantum level. I get why they need to do it. It's kind of goofy that they're everywhere now, after there's like one guy that had it. Oh, Gene Garson. This is, and I didn't realize that was the same person. So that's Elon Musk, basically. Garson was one of humanity's wealthiest and most eccentric entrepreneurs in the Milky Way. Her business interests were wide-ranging, and she made her fortune from investments in a myriad of technology-related fields. Always a maverick, it was her vision of traveling to a new galaxy that set the Andromeda Initiative in motion. Ignoring skeptics and naysayers, she spent vast sums of money building or acquiring the necessary technology and ships to make the long voyage possible. private venture entirely funded by Garson so as to remain free from any government oversight. Huh. Although they got recent surprise funding after Mass Effect 1, so it's interesting. I like that so far there's been very minimal reference to the events of those games. In 2185, Garson began the long journey to Andromeda aboard the support hub Nexus. In a speech given on the eve of the departure, she remarked on the collective knowledge and history represented by the Arcs. We carry all these things like the honed tools of an artist to our great empty canvas. To Andromeda we go to paint our masterpiece. Slated to serve as the overall leader of the initiative upon arrival. Intergalactic travel was a topic of extranet discussion in the Milky Way for centuries. It'd be longer than that, right? It would be Asari for millennia. Several Asari or Solarian-led expeditions were proposed over the years, but pestered out due to lack of interest, insufficient funds, or engineering hurdles. The Andromeda Initiative's use of AI, like myself, this is Sam talking, okay, allowed many of the technical problems to be solved, but invited disapproval from the Turian hierarchy and the Systems Alliance and everyone in Council space. Building a fleet of dreadnought-sized arcs with private funding required delicate negotiations, right? Because each race in the original games is only allowed to have a certain number of dreadnoughts. I think we have a similar rule with aircraft carriers and warships on Earth. I'm not sure. 6 guns not here. Yeah, when does Kyleng show up? Official initiative records show the Nexus departed first in 2185, escorted by a small squadron of fighters for protection, followed by 4 arcs that comprised the initial launch wave. Additional vessels were in development, including a Quarian-led ship accommodating multiple species. Construction was slow due to the diverse requirements, and the second launch wave was delayed. Cool. Pathfinders. Pathfinders are the tip of the spear for exploring new worlds, while planetary surveying is typically a long-term multiple-team process. The initiative found an alternative thanks to Alec Ryder's AI research, an individual equipped with the best training and technology available, and an AI partner that can run complex studies in seconds and 100 test simulations in a minute. This is an interesting idea. I like this concept that, like, you want to ask the question, okay, the Asari at least have been around for thousands of years. Like, why hasn't this happened already? And I think the reason why it hasn't happened is everyone has this huge taboo about building AI, and they're explaining that, well, the humans decided, fuck it, let's just build an AI and do it secretly. And that's why they were able to do it. So they have some reason why it happened. I appreciate that, and it makes sense that it was the humans that did that. With AI support, Pathfinders can determine within hours whether a planet is suitable for habitation and direct the Nexus as to what colonist block stands the best chance there. Got it. Pathfinders are trained to improve the viability of potential planets, initiate first contact with unknown species, find suitable outpost sites, handle any external threats before the first colonists, such as soil. The presence of a Pathfinder is a reassurance that a planet can be settled safely with a high expectation of success. Alright, so I'm going to read through all of these other ones, but I think we're going to do one set per combat-ish, or I'm going to go crazy. I don't definitely want to keep reading them right now, but I can resist. It's cool, climbing on stuff. Breaking all the rules everybody else takes very seriously. Function unknown. Interesting. This is the alien tech, I guess? I can see that. Silicon. Something technically an orbital scan in mind with the Nomad, a purchase from certain merchants, useful in electronics manufacturing. Does not appear to count against my inventory limit, thank God. Yeah, I'm curious too. That's exciting though. I like scanning stuff. It's one of my favorite mechanics in Metroid Prime.
Hey, look, flare's going up over there.
Could be our people. I'll mark the nav point.
I like the world design in this so far.
Shit, you hear that?
I wish I didn't.
What the hell's that?
Whoa!
Damn, watch out! What is this thing?
I think it wants...
Local fauna. What a treat.
It was.
How'd it cloak like that?
It was natively cloaking. That's pretty cool.
Wreckage ahead.
I'm looking.
Oh, perhaps I could try some rolling.
I like it so far, Kevin. The Codex seems pretty on point. It feels a bit more like Mass Effect 1.
What a mess. I can't believe we survived this.
We're not off planet yet.
Omnigel canisters. Remember dismantling exile weapons and armor. Okay, I don't know what a Milky Way exile is. I don't think I want to know.
It's an ambush.
Bad guys from our planets. Oh shit, that's bad.
Careful, they got one of those animals.
I'm super dead here.
I saw them. They forced this.
Trying to surround us. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
And our 2 o'clock. And our 8. Now, dead asshole.
Yay, biotic charge. Matt Leah, thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time.
There. We got them all.
You sure about that?
Oh, you're pretty good at this, Ryder. We've experienced a catastrophic lightning hit. Liam and Ryder are gone.
What's your location?
It's like Metroid Prime. Yeah. Charge is fun. It works a little bit differently in this than it did in Mass Effect 2 and 3, but it's still pretty fun. It's a very different style of play, especially on hardcore. Okay, so I think there were a couple ways I could have gone down this path earlier. Yeah, this is where I split down the path last time. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, I'll be fine. I mean, I'll switch to a lower difficulty if we end up dying so many times that I'm spending too much time on one section, but so far it's not so bad. I think it's really appropriate to be doing scanning in a game like this. It's all about like learning lore, especially when you're exploring an unknown planet and you're figuring out things about the plants and the technology. Feels correct.
Little structure up that hill.
Looks like it's a broken lightning rod.
Could explain why the building's damaged. Storms hammered the place.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it supports the theme of like frontier exploration. Really appropriate. If it were a more combat focused game or like an exploration or less exploration focused game, then it would be annoying, but I think this is the main thing you're doing, and occasionally while you're having fun scanning stuff, you get into a fight and you're like, oh shit, I want this to be over so I can get more conversations, lore, and scanning.
Well, let's hope no one's home.
Doesn't look like a home at all.
I like that the scan isn't a view. It's like a little rectangle in front of you, but just to see the rest of the art assets. It kind of fixes the Tomb Raider vision problem, detective vision problem. Interesting. Hey, chest-high walls.
No one's living here.
So what's it for?
Doesn't look like the other structures we've seen. Different design. Must be a way to get some lights on.
Walls become more frequent as you get closer. It's an interesting way to do that. I like it so far, dude, man. I'm pretty into Mass Effect, but the tone of the Codex seems pretty spot on. The gameplay is pretty fun. I like the dialogue. I was pretty concerned about it, but it hasn't worried me yet.
Huh. Who knows?
I'm excited about the universe. I want to know more about what they're doing here.
We sure could use Sam right about now.
They've done a good job at not relying too much on the events of the first 3 games. Pistol scope. Guessing these are things that I don't have access to edit just yet, right? Yeah, that'll be once we get out of here. Inevitably. Frag grenade, havoc strike, overlord, military training, defense. He has no points at the moment. Okay, neither do I. Gotcha. The environments feel a lot more varied than Mass Effect 1 through 3 as well. I know, right? Not everything can be recent good sci-fi that I won't spoil. The history of Mass Effect 1, like before the first game, where the humans first meet the Turians, is kind of interesting, because they just have a few skirmishes, and they make peace pretty quickly after that.
Another weird alien machine.
Yeah, I don't have the other Rider twin with me, but I designed his appearance, and then our dad, who's the actual N7, we're not N7. His appearance is based on us.
Huh, figures.
Which is kind of cool.
Only one way to find out.
You mean turn it on?
Do we want to do that? I'm not quite sure that we do just yet.
Nothing. Same language as those aliens. Wonder what he's saying.
Kill all humans, probably?
That's Bender. Right, because we have translators for the Citadel races, but we wouldn't have any way to talk to them. I don't know how we ever would, unless if we're going to do an arrival thing. Yeah, right, First Contact was peaceful. Yukipo, if you like Star Trek so much, you really should play Mass Effect. I think that it's a nice take on that sort of science-focused science fiction. It's a little bit less optimistic than Star Trek.
What are you doing, Ryder?
It's not like a post-scarcity utopian society.
That can't be good.
That was a good idea.
So the weird alien machine is a generator.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't
It's cute.
Maybe it did something.
Nice. That was funny. Really like that jump boost.
Hey, that door open.
Some kind of research lab?
Totally worth it.
Then it got hit by a tornado.
Looks like they were trying to tunnel in.
Whoa.
What is it?
Oh, that's cool. You can do like a jumping attack with the Omni tool. That's unexpected.
So now killer robots too?
The Gets Back Home would love this place.
Whatever this is, it scans as being old. Centuries old.
Wish we had Sam.
I think it's older than this lab and the equipment.
So maybe these aliens found it deeper in, like an artifact.
Yeah, no worries, dude, man. If you have any specific questions, feel free to pop out. Or pop out too. Feel free to ask them. I'm happy to answer.
Maybe it's closed for a reason.
These guys were poking around where they shouldn't have. It's fried. Could be a console of some sort. For that door? His wounds look like they're from an energy blast.
Interesting.
Might have tangled with our robot friend there.
Interesting. Also, an interesting decision to give you Sam and then take it away immediately. Getting a little bit of a better sense of the way the maps are organized and how much I need to have the scanner out. Basically anything in the world that looks interesting.
There's some kind of technology on this planet. Older, underground.
About another 30 minutes, Donovan. Give people a chance to get ahead of me on the game after this.
Yeah, bloodthirsty archaeologists.
The best kind of archaeologists. Just going back outside, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything back over here. I don't think so. Green means it's already been scanned. Okay. There we go.
Weather's so crappy.
Heads up!
Whoa.
They were waiting for us.
Whoa. I'm about to die almost immediately here.
They got a lightning rod up and running.
I was legit ambushed there. You hate that bloodthirsty archaeologist stereotype. No, just for another 30 minutes. This mission might be longer than that. This is Eden Prime. I'm not actually sure how far back this just sent me. It just sent me through the entire ship that we found. Wow, seriously? That might be enough to get me to not play on hardcore if it's going to set you that far back. I'm actually not sure where I am right now. Where was that alien ship? Yeah, I want to play on a harder difficulty, but if I have to go back like 15 minutes when I die, then I'm not going to.
Some kind of building over here. This place is taking a beating from the storms.
Yeah, this is a different one than the one I was just investigating. Can I look at a list of the things I've already done here? Hold on. Only see priority ops. Yeah, wow. Wait. Completed missions, maybe? Anybody? Nope. Yeah, sorry guys, I would like to play on a high difficulty, but if it's that brutal and I can't save my game during priority missions, that's a pretty big issue for playing it on a hard difficulty and trying to stream it where I'm not losing a bunch of progress constantly. So we're gonna go back to normal for that reason. I'm bummed about it, but it's okay. It has been a long time since I played a game where like the saving wasn't aggressive enough, right? Let's see if I can find where the heck that ship was that I was investigating earlier. I don't even remember where it was relative to here. I know, right? It's like, okay, I guess I just wasted all that time, right? I'm surprised it didn't autosave after I fought the robot, right? That would have been a good time to do it. I don't think there's any falling damage in this, fortunately. There is a map. There is not a map. Yeah, right. Breath of the Wild autosaves every 7 minutes. And you can be really frustrated when you like it autosaved 6 minutes ago and you're like, dang it. But yeah, like anytime we go into a new area, anytime combat begins, you really think there would be much more aggressive autosaving. This is where we fought the cloaking enemy. Oh, right. Thank you. Alien structure. Rescue the alien ruins, alien building. Okay, career. Curious now if it like... I'm fine, everything's fine, we're fine. Tempted to look up the YouTube live.
There's hope.
To see where it was I went. I don't think that that set of ruins over here is the same one we were talking about.
Looks like it's a broken lightning rod.
Could explain why the building's damaged. Storm's hammered the place.
I think maybe it's partially randomly generated. Wait, here we go. This was the entrance. Okay.
Maybe a lightning rod of some kind. No idea how to get it working, though.
Okay. Never came through that side, I guess. This is where we should be. I can't say, but I did turn the difficulty down, so that should help when we get back outside with fighting anybody here. That would be a pretty major downside, and like I could still recommend the game. I'm still liking it so far. I wonder if that's something they could patch in. Like, let you save during priority missions. If you could manually save, that would be one thing, you know? Just remember to save aggressively after you do anything particularly interesting.
Yeah, just no one's living here.
Turn the lights on.
Doesn't look like
It really lets me scan until then.
Design. Must be a way to get some lights on.
Some of that loot is random, I think. That was different last time. Yeah, there were more mods. Okay, so it has like Mass Effect 1 style pseudo-randomized loot. Don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll see how well they let us sort through it. As long as they're not giving us garbage all the time, that might be
knows?
okay.
Let's call it a weird alien machine.
We sure could use Sam right about now.
Nothing.
Yeah. Unironically, why don't they just autosave before combat? The one time where it matters, right?
Only one way to find out.
You mean turn it on?
Be curious to see if this is something that comes up in reviews.
What are you doing, Ryder?
Oh shit! No power.
That can't be good. Oh,
So the weird alien machine is a generator.
yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Maybe it did something. Crap!
Okay, so I should be able to scan more stuff now on the way out. Only ended up being like a 10-minute detour. Still kind of sad. If that happens again and we lose significant progress, like, I'll turn it all the way down to casual. It'll make me sad. I really was excited for more hard Mass Effect combat, but if they're not gonna let me autosave or save at all. That's where the assholes was, wasn't it? Where was the thing about the alien bloodthirsty archaeologist? Was it down here? Yeah, this is the new thing that opened. Here we go.
Some kind of research lab?
Maybe.
Yeah, man, though, even if I were playing it off stream, I don't know if I could handle losing 15 minutes of progress whenever I make a mistake in combat, right?
Whatever this is, it scans as being old. Centuries old. Some serious energy on the other side of that door.
Maybe it's closed for a reason. Ugh! Watch it!
What is it?
Pissed? There.
So now killer robots too?
The Gets Back Home would love this place.
Yeah.
It's fried. Could be a console of some sort. For that door? His wounds look like they're from an energy blast. Might have tangled with our robot friend there.
Right. Interesting. They haven't really have to do any linguistic stuff in Mass Effect 1 through 3 because of the auto-translators.
Sure you don't want to look around in here?
That makes it sound like I missed something. Yeah, I can't imagine it's intentional, right? Like, this is something that their testers would have had to have identified. My best possible guess is that there's just a mistake with this mission. Maybe that battle in particular, that it sets you that far back instead of auto-saving aggressively. It's not like a setting that I have. It seems unusual in modern game design to do that, right? Difficulty, tutorials, aim assist, auto level. No, I guess not. No. Oh, that would be kind of messed up. It looks like that's not the case. Okay, imagine if that were true, then we would have seen a save that was longer than at the 1 hour mark in game. Well, some games will do that. Like Metal Gear Solid does that, limits your total number of saves, but it's a very different kind of game.
Heads up! They were waiting for us!
Oh, damn!
They got a lightning rod up and running! Are these things stalking us?
Starting to feel like it!
This is not how I go out!
I don't think they're
That was pretty satisfying. The jump charge. Cool.
There! Last one's down.
Let's not wait around for more.
Thank you. Well, really what it is with MDS is that you're limited in the number of maximum saves you can do if you want to get the highest rating at the end of the game. It's not quite the same as just the difficulty setting. Resident Evil has done limited saves with higher difficulties too, I feel like. I gotta go back and check on rear. Let's do that. This definitely feels a lot more like Dragon Age Inquisition so far, which is pretty cool. My only complaint with the game so far is the save system is not aggressive enough. You know, I'm very hopeful that that's limited to this mission. It's not going to be an ongoing problem. So is the shuttle. Yeah. Hurts me in my heart, I know. It's from here. Those are just marking structures we visited. Not necessarily objectives yet. No falling damage, it looks like, thank God. This might get us to look for something.
You hear that?
Yeah, radio static. But like a pattern.
I kind of pulse.
Static's getting louder.
In this cave, probably.
What do you want? No, you dickhead. I don't understand you. I'm from the Milky Way.
It's green.
Help! Hang on, Greer, we've got you!
Keep your head down!
Box them in, Liam!
Cool.
We're clear.
Got
Thank God.
poison shit in
I was
here.
tapping my mic, hoping someone would notice.
You okay?
It's a clever way to do that.
Yeah. Where are the others?
They killed Kirkland. But Fisher's alive back at the crash site.
He's got a broken leg.
Yeah, I think it works if the game is short enough, Chaos, right? If we're talking about like a 6-hour game, limited saves are fine.
We'll look for my dad's shuttle.
Good luck. Can't wait to get off this rock.
If it's a very long game, it can be a lot more frustrating, I feel like. I think it effectively... You ended up having plenty of saves for those sorts of games, like the early Resident Evils. It was a good idea. I feel like there's room to iterate on it, right? There's a way to get that tension of something consumable related to your save game without actually wasting your time, which I think is the stress that comes from failing and having to start way further back in the game. I don't know what that solution is. Maybe it has to do with, like, you know, you use these consumable saves that lets you restart with these resources or not with these resources, that sort of thing.
Careful there.
Seems like fun times there. Yeah, right. stops being fun at that point. Yukupo. I think these pylons are no longer triggering an additional increase in resources. That guy did, though. Unknown ally. I'm just talking out of my butt on that, but I do think that there's a better way. Alien building, debris field. Let's get the flares. Should probably go do that before we progress here. Oh, that's funny. LD50, 50% of a lethal dose, or will kill 50% of people this dosage, I think it is.
Oh great, that can't be good. Looks like a whole patrol!
Don't want them to drag us off like greed.
Push them back!
I really need to get the shield boost from charging. It'll make a big difference for this. Assuming that exists in this game. Probably does. It's interesting that they have loot that we can use eventually. I wonder if they're going to justify that at some point. Codex entries or something similar. So you play Vanguard. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Just as well. We're not equipped for a big fight.
Okay. You only get bonuses for unique scans, I think is how. So we've already scanned these folks before. It's not doing anything new. Got it.
Anyone there? Cora, we read you. You're alive. Shuttle repairs are underway, but we're surrounded. They're not friendly. On our way. Nav point marked.
Hold options to track. Flares are over this way. Let's go check them out. A game that's like uncomfortable to play. Like how a movie can be uncomfortable. Oh shit! Can't fall off a cliff in this game. You might lose 30 minutes of progress. Right? Maybe the game is kind about that and doesn't actually... Kinda does like a Zelda thing and sets you back up at the top with some health damage or something.
Cora, we got your back!
They're trying to pin us down! Doing a good job of it, too!
Ryder, light him up!
I'm on it!
Need some health regen.
Pick your targets!
Plenty of those!
I got one!
I don't know. I've been trying to watch for it. I haven't noticed.
What did we ever do to them?
Hey, that's exciting.
Well, that settles that.
That get us a full heal too.
Cavalry to the rescue. Nice to see you guys.
You too, Harry. How is everyone? Still...
Level up. Biotics. Charge 2. Rank 1. Charge. Detonates combo primers. Recharge speed. I definitely need that. Damage and force. Damage in the radius of the endpoint of the charge. Cancels all powers for 5 seconds. Improves weapon and melee damage for 3 seconds. Charge speed. Fully restores shields and reduces incoming damage. So that's at the end. That's what's going to make that a really valid and viable skill for like playing in the highest difficulties. Looks like there's no charm in this one. Combat fitness is just extra health. Okay, and I got one more point. I think I'm honestly going to hold on to it until I can get charge up to the maximum level. And Liam has some points to spend. I don't know if he actually needs defense. I haven't seen his health go down much at all.
Where's my dad?
He went scouting ahead while we fixed the shuttle.
Hopefully he's still alive.
Ryder, there's weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock up.
This ended up being progression. Surprising.
Barely a word. Then started shooting. What about you?
We tried to stop for a chat. Katana, which is a shotgun, I think.
Ah, hell! Enemy ship on the way! Get to cover! Go, go! Here they come!
Shotgun's exciting because it's really good with the biotic charge.
They got balls to try an airdrop.
Don't let up!
Ah! Lightning zapped their shuttle!
Sound off!
I'm here!
That's much better.
Here!
Present!
I can't get a beat on those things!
There's too many of them! Just keep firing, we can do this!
So I do get 50% shields back right after a charge.
Harry, you guys okay?
That's helpful. Holy shit, that's not good. About to die. See if this counts as a...
It's when do rocks float? Just go with it!
Oh, they can use it as a roll, I see. That's cool. Now we see how far back it sends us. Yeah, I'm impressed with the way cover's handled in this one. There's been a couple places that I've had to chest-high walls, but it's not so bad. Alright, this one must have just been a scripted segment. We were luckier about when they chose to autosave this time.
They got balls to try an airdrop.
Don't let up!
Okay, I'm gonna die. Since I can actually, like, die in this fight, I'm gonna try to die on purpose. Okay, falling off does not end the battle. That's good to know. Does not cause a game over.
Not dead yet!
It's when do rocks float? Just go with it!
Heads up! Another shuttle incoming!
In this weather? Guess we got their attention. Are those dogs? I wish. They've got some weird cloaking ability. You're shitting me!
Nope. Shooting you, I am not.
I'm here!
Okay, so that makes more sense than used in combat. It's like a combat roll.
The fight's back.
Yeah, right? Because I want to actually practice how to play the game as this character. So I'm okay with like getting my ass kicked. But I've been extra super careful, which isn't the way you play a Vanguard, because I thought I'd lose 20 minutes of progress.
Go, go!
Oh, there's hate for this game? Chaos?
Here they come!
That's surprising. The checkpointing is my only complaint so far. Hopefully that's something that's fixable.
They got balls to try an airdrop.
Don't let up!
The enemies kind of aggressively chase you out of cover, don't they?
Heads up! Another shuttle incoming!
In this weather?
Guess we got their attention.
I'm wondering if is that something that's showing up in the reviews, complaints about
Got
checkpointing?
some weird cloaking ability.
You're shitting me. Sound off.
I'm here.
Wait, it did remember my level up, didn't it? Good question to ask. I guess it did. Okay.
Present!
I can't get a beat on those things.
There's too many of them!
Just keep firing. We can do this.
It's when do rocks float? Just go with it!
Nice. That went much better. Models? Really? Who gives a shit about that? Does it matter? It looks like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I don't know, man. I don't. Graphics are not a thing I care about at all.
I hear you, but this isn't the time to lose our cool.
Now I feel better.
What about the others? Fisher's wounded, but sitting tight. Greer's with him, though our shuttle's in pieces.
This feels a lot like the Eden Prime mission from Mass Effect 1 so far.
Take cover! Take cover! Hang on. Ugh.
Thanks, Cora. Sorry, Huntress training.
I didn't know you were biotic.
Yeah, as measured prime.
Contagious. Before they
She's super biotic. You should read the Codex, bud. We'll read more
You're a
Codex next
lifesaver.
time.
Now just take it easy. Sam, are you there?
QEC link established. Affirmative, Ryder.
Yay.
The Pathfinder needs to speak with you.
Can scan stuff again. Should have done more optional missions.
Liam and I are with Cora.
Hopefully they'll let me explore this planet more.
News is our shuttle's been repaired. We can get back to the Ark.
Not with these storms. It's too risky to fly.
I've heard good things about it.
Our wounded can't wait much longer. Do you have something in mind?
If the storm is the problem, then let's solve the problem.
Thanks, Dad.
We're talking about weather.
And I have an idea about that. Rendezvous with my coordinates will... Damn, they spotted me.
Sir? Sir! Can you two manage alone?
I can keep her stable. For a while.
Let's move.
Okay, looks like I get to keep exploring. That's exciting. Oh, it just added so many new Codex entries.
Sam,
okay.
Marking the nav point on your map.
Doesn't look far.
Let's make this quick.
Excited to scan now that we have Sam again.
No detours.
No, we're gonna
What was my
detour.
dad scouting for?
He was trying to get readings on that tower.
Well, the nav point puts him near it.
Exercise caution. The storm front is already gaining intensity.
Nice to have you back, Sam. How about some good news next time?
Interesting. I could have sworn Sam was a VI when we first met him because he behaves a lot more like that. Whereas Edie was like an actual character, so I'm interested to see how Sam develops over the game. That's just an
Like right now.
initial impression of him, you know?
Can't go that way. We'll get killed if we keep this up.
Wait, seriously? giving me a reason why I can't go back and explore zones I've already been to, presumably.
Can't go that way. We'll get killed if we keep this up. Can't go that way. We'll get killed if we keep this up.
It's an interesting choice. Okay.
Let's turn back.
They're trying to get you to go back with the lightning strikes and stuff, and eventually they're just like, you know what? No.
Turn around before the lightning gets worse.
We're gonna put up a barrier that keeps you from going this way. Interesting choice. Okay, well that's a good stopping point. We're at the 2-hour mark. I'm excited to play more of this game and see how it develops from here. Give you guys an update on what's coming up next. This game's really cool so far. I have some complaints about the saving system, and it looks like, you know, locking you out of optional content. Although all the Mass Effect games had that too. You kind of had to explore every nook and cranny before you progress the priority mission. But otherwise, I like the Codex so far. I like the lore, the characters we're playing as. I'm excited to do more, and we'll be back with more Mass Effect Andromeda next week, Friday. But let me let you know what else is coming up for this week here.